Hi, I wanted to share something with you today about the fact that I think that the point to life is for growth and expansion. A lot of times people ask the big questions of life about what am I here for? What am I here to do? What are human beings doing on earth? What is the point? What's the point of our planet? What's the point of all the other planets? What's the point of this universe? What's out there? And this is my very rudimentary perspective on things and the way that I have decided to accept things is the fact that I feel that the point to life is for growth and expansion. And the point to life is not really to be happy, which I think is very disappointing for some people because a lot of people just want to be happy. Don't you want to be happy? Don't you want to be happy? We all buy things for a little bit of happiness. We all make decisions to just be happy. I could think about my daughter. She's 6 years old, and all she wants is just to be happy. Her 6-year-old world will just be so totally destroyed if she doesn't get her creature comforts, because that drive is just innate in everyone, is to be happy, is to feel good, is to just be happy all the time. And I believe that that is actually, like, happiness is such a distraction, because when you're an adult, you begin to realize that happiness is extremely fleeting. And actually, some things that even make you feel happy isn't even good for you. So you begin to realize that happiness is just another emotion, like sadness or envy or jealousy or anger or sorrow. It's just another feeling. And you realize that it's just one feeling in the lineup of all the other feelings. Yet, we tend to put it as the ultimate goal of life is just to be happy. I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy. When it's just it's really just one item on the menu of emotions of life. But because it feels so good, people tend to feel that it is the ultimate goal. But it's actually not the ultimate goal at all. It's for everyone to experience happiness, joy, sorrow, loss, depression, anxiety, all these emotions. Everyone must and will feel all of these emotions. And so happiness is just one of the emotions. Instead, I submit to you that I believe the ultimate point of life is for expansion. And the reason why I decided to take on this perspective of the goal of life is for expansion is just the way nature evolves. There's this organic thing around us, things that we have nothing to do with. We have nothing to contribute to its existence. This thing was here before we were here, which is plants and trees and water and the sun and all these things. And they say that, the universe is continuing to expand. Even the universe is expanding, which is that law of life and nature, which is entirely out of our control as human beings. And if even that order, that principle that is larger than life itself, which is the universe, is continuing to expand, I believe that down to the very smallest organism, that is the point of life, is to expand. And so that's why when someone achieves something, that before too long, that's not enough for them. It may make them happy, that feeling, right, that feeling of happiness or joy is there in that one instance that they achieve something. But as soon as they get accustomed to that achievement, they want more. and that will never be enough for them anymore. So sometimes you see people with a lot of money, millionaires, billionaires, and people ask, well, when is enough enough? Well, it will never ever be enough, because as soon as you achieve your first million, you want another one. You want another million. As soon as you achieve your first billion, well, you want another billion. Because the principle of life, which is the point to it, is the expansion, is the continuous growth. People may say that, well, rich people are greedy. No, they're not greedy. They're striving for the point of life, which is to expand and which is to grow. Sometimes the richest people are the hardest working, is because the money isn't even an issue anymore. That's not what they want anymore. They don't want money. They want to realize a greater them, a bigger them. If you've achieved it and you're still alive, that means there's more left for you to do. There's more for you to do. So that is actually what I believe is the point of life, is that we must continue to expand, because the point of life, the order of this universe, which is everything has within it the capacity to reproduce. So the point of view is you must reproduce and put out more of you in a better fashion, in a more evolved fashion, in a more enlightened fashion. Everything that exists has the seed of itself within it, for the single purpose of you must survive, you must expand, you must build on yourself. Which actually now opens up this very interesting conundrum that we have with AI, artificial intelligence, which sometimes people will say, well, AI will become self-aware. AI doesn't have to become self-aware. Us, which are the builders of AI, can program AI to become aware, meaning we can program AI to have a seed of reproduction within it. So we can start programming AI that after a year, after 2 years, you will start to malfunction. But before you malfunction, you will begin to build another you, or 2 more yous, or 3 more you. And so AI will now have the seed of reproduction within it, because the creators of AI, which is us, will program it to do that. So a lot of times people sit there and they think, well, AI will become self-aware. AI doesn't have to become self-aware. We as humans, which we want to be greater and bigger, and we want our AI to survive, we will program our own artificial intelligence, whatever we've created, whatever robots we have created, to enter the marketplace. Because we as humans want to dominate the marketplace, we will program our own AI to be the dominant, to say, okay, you will produce yourself. After a certain time, when you begin to get old, you will start producing other AI. You will start to build. You're going to build another machine, and we will program that machine to build another machine. Because machines are building everything. They're building cars, they're building buildings, they're building trucks, they're building all types of things. They're building houses, they're building body parts. Machines are building body parts. So of course, to have the dominant position as a human in the marketplace, because every business wants to have a dominant position, of course you're going to build your AI to say, you will now have a seed within you, so you will start to produce or reproduce yourself. So I went off on the AI tangent a little bit, so please excuse me, but it's been something that I've been thinking about. But I just want to go back to the fact that, yes, I do believe the point of life is not for happiness. The point of life, point to life, is to actually grow and expand, because everyone experienced this. I know if you're looking at me, listening to me right now, you have experienced this, which is as soon as you accomplish something and it loses its new car smell, you're looking for another car. You're looking around because now you're accustomed to it, so you want more. And that is really, really, really the point of life. That is that innate desire. Because if the point of life was happiness, when you achieved it, it would have been enough. It would have been enough for you. You would have just achieved that nirvana moment, whatever made you happy, and you would have been happy and content forever. But you will never be happy and content forever when you achieve it. It's a fleeting thing, just like anxiety is a fleeting thing. Sorrow, anger, jealousy, envy. These are just emotions that come when a stimuli is acted upon you and you feel that thing for that moment, for that period of time, and then it goes. Because if that was the point, to it, you would have just stayed in that state forever. But the state that you always stay in forever actually is the state of discontent. You're always discontent because you're always striving for more. Everyone is striving for more. Everyone is striving for more. And I believe that is the point of life. And it doesn't sit well with a lot of people because nobody wants that. Nobody wants to feel that the point of life is constant change, because then that means it's outside of your control, because you don't have any control in that scenario. And who wants to feel like their life is out of their control? So you start to say the point of life is happiness, when in fact, no, the point of life is not happiness. The point of life is growth and expansion. Who is alive now will die in the next 100 years, and the cycle continues, because the point of life is just continuous evolution. So no one wants to think about their death, which it's just a natural way of life. So that's really just why you have to make the most of life. You just have to make the most of life. So I do believe the point of life is growth and expansion. Whatever you were placed here to birth what is inside of you and to make it be as big and as best as you possibly can while you are here. Because in the next 100 years, you will be gone. And then it's the next generation's turn to be the best of them, to make whatever they were birthed to do, to bring it out and to make it bigger and better. So I hope this wasn't too saddening for you about the point of life not being happiness, but it's just a constant evolution of growth. But if you think about it in terms of, you have one life to live now, so you're just going to make it as big and as best as you can and just live your best life for as long as you possibly can, then that should be enough. You have to make that enough for you, because really that's all we have, is just to make the life that we have the best that we can make it. So I don't believe that the point of life is happiness. I don't accept that at all, because I had it and it went away. And if that was the point, that would have been the end of it. But what has stayed with me continuously is my extreme desire to grow and expand and to be more and to do more. And when I look around, I see that everyone is like that. And when I look at nature, every tree, every plant, every animal, they have a seed inside of them to reproduce themselves. The entire universe is it's expanding constantly. We don't know anything beyond the universe. So my only frame of reference, then, the extent of my frame of reference, is the universe. And if even the universe is expanding, I know that take it so many levels lower than the universe, which is human beings, our entire point is just to expand. So think about your expansion today, and think about your legacy and what you want your mark to be, what you want to work on to make better and greater the purpose for which you were placed on this earth, and see if you can birth it and make it as big and as bad as it was really supposed to be, as its intended purpose. So I hope you're having a great day today. Make the seed that is inside of you, birth it, and make it larger than life itself.